All right, guys. This kind of irked me just reading this little sentence here. Promoter Bob Arum. I'm gonna quote what he said here. We will be talking to the organizations to eliminate mandatories or to postpone them all, all for at least 1 year. I am sick and tired of being forced with my marquee fighters to fight meaningless fights against mandatories that mean nothing. Now he was saying this talking about Tyson Fury's mandatory, which is Dillian Whyte. So he's basically trying to have the WBC allow Tyson Fury to just not fight Dillian Whyte because, according to Bob Arum, that's a meaningless fight and it means nothing. Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, is fucked up. That's fucked up if you're Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte has been the mandatory for a long ass fucking time, right? I believe he became the mandatory in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Was he not the mandatory? Did he not become the mandatory in late 2017 or sometime around that time when Deontay Wilder was WBC champion? So that's really fucked up. For Bob Arum to just say that that's a meaningless fight, and he basically doesn't give a shit that Dillian Whyte is the mandatory because that's just a waste of time fight, and Tyson Fury needs to be fighting Anthony Joshua. And I do agree that I do want to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua way more than I want to see him fight Dillian Whyte. Okay, way more because that's a fight for the undisputed championship of the world. I want to see those two fight. I want to see if somebody could finally become undisputed. It's been a year since a heavyweight has become undisputed. But I just think it's really fucked up to just say that that's a meaningless fight, and hopefully he could get the WBC to just make Tyson Fury not even have to fight this guy because it means nothing. Now, even though I believe that Dillian Whyte is gonna be able to beat Tyson Fury and become the WBC champion, I still think that he deserves a title shot. Right? When you fight in your boxer, these fighters they move up the ranks and they fight title eliminators in order to fight for a championship belt. Right? This has been going on for boxing for decades, for years and years and years. So that's what Dillian Whyte did. So, like I said, even though I don't think he's gonna necessarily become a WBC champion, he still deserves a shot. He still deserves a shot. So I think that's real fucked up that he said that about Dillian Whyte, and or let's have him postpone the fight for another year. I didn't like the fact that he was basically saying this means nothing. That's kind of fucked up. And Dillian Whyte is probably pissed off that this guy said this because it's just not right. I do think, like I said, I do think that Dillian Whyte deserves a title shot. I thought that he deserved a title shot against Deontay Wilder. Um, so yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. Thanks for watching. What do you guys think of these comments that he had to say? Anyway,